What's going on? I don't want this to be like so on my face. So, you don't have a mental health problem. That's just a scapegoat. Is there a few people in the world that have legit mental health problems? Yeah. All these people, though, I would say 99% of people, when they say mental health problem, they don't know what they're talking about. And it's just a coping mechanism. So, when you don't live a natural life, automatically you're going to start to develop situations, your mind, and especially if you are not in control, which most people, the whole reason why you're on this earth is because egotistical, but you don't have control of yourself. It's you can't have one without the other. So if you have control, then you don't have that problem. Everyone all the time talks about mental health. You don't even know what mental health is. Most people don't even explain it anymore. They just say I have a mental health problem. And I want to refer back to my first point real quick. If you don't live a natural life, if you're obedient, if you have a weak soul, if you have a weak will, and if you, enslave yourself to something that you aren't prepared for and bow down to somebody or something, such as the entity, such as the government, which is in Latin, government means mind control. But it doesn't matter. Because your mind it's like a veil. This veil has more significance than you could ever imagine. Yes, and I'm talking about the people in Islam and wherever else, the Mediterranean, wherever it is, that they cover up their whole body. This is more significant, but it doesn't need to be this way, because I could pin down that and knock that down like a heat-seeking missile. I don't believe anybody should be covered up, but that's on a whole different note. The whole veil, your mental health is like wearing a mask, and like a party mask, and thinking it's you. It's like dressing up as Batman and thinking you're Batman, which is the whole concept of our body. We're just automatically put into a costume, and then people think their thoughts in their body. But more so, we're talking about mental health. Their mental health, their thoughts, they're actually them. But they're not. Your thoughts don't mean nothing. Especially if you're not in control of them. Your thoughts don't mean nothing because your intuition is the real answer. Your intuition can never be wrong, and it's the real answer. So how does mental health have to do anything with this? Nothing. You're just causing more problems. Or, A, you don't know the answer. And it's very simple. Just listen to your intuition. And stop blaming something. Mental health. What does that even mean? You're in a boxing match? You're in a cage match? With your thoughts, you're never gonna win. You can never win against your own thoughts. It's so bizarre that you would even think you would win. This is what India calls Maya, M-A-Y-A, the great illusion, because you're deluded, you're illusioned in your own thoughts. Your thoughts are not real. If you don't get this, and it's not hard to get. It's really not hard to get. It's really not. Even if you can understand it intellectually, it's not hard to get. Your mental health, for example, if you're malnourished and if you aren't getting the right vitamins, I don't care about vitamin A, D, E, Z, or any of them. I don't care about any minerals. I don't care about any science. I don't. Because it's all fake up. It's all more Maya. It's all to confuse you. But it's more it is to confuse you, but it's because people are lying to you. You need to break away from all this illusion, break away from all this Maya, all this foolery. All a mental game is, eventually you'll get to this. You'll start laughing at your thoughts. And then you'll get to a point where there's no thoughts. How can you have a mental health problem when originally you don't have no thoughts? Originally most people are born to health. They're born into health. A baby doesn't have mental health problems. And this is a great example because if you're malnourished, if you're not eating the right food, and I'm not going to blame this on you because people feed you food and people lie to you about what is the right food, but you can pretty much easily find out with a little bit of research, especially in today's world. If you're not eating right, if you're malnourished, yeah, you're going to have some mental problems. That's your body trying to help you pretty much. You can't be in a baseline of feeling good and having a reality and being in your natural state, who you naturally are. And if you don't understand this, it's because you're stuck in the so-called mental health problem. For example, if you're not getting sun, if you're not breathing sufficient air, clean air, which most of us are, if you're not going outside and in four walls all the time, if you're not following your intuition or your heart, then you're always going to have problems. And then you're going to scapegoat it and say it's the problem. No. It's you not following yourself. You only follow yourself. You don't follow anybody else. Even the gurus, even the religious leaders. You notice the gurus especially, they'll always not care. They'll not care. It doesn't matter if they have an ashram. It doesn't matter if they have a following. Because deep down, it doesn't matter to them. Even Jesus Christ, even Buddha. Because you can only follow yourself. That's ultimately where the road goes. No matter where you go, no matter who you listen to, that's where the road goes. You can listen to other people. Other people can take lead. There's people who are naturally born leaders. There's people who don't want to be leaders. Mental health is a scapegoat. If you're not living the life you want to live, do you think there's going to be some problem maybe in your head? If you're not physically doing stuff that your body physically needs to do, that aspirant goes straight to your mental health. That's the next level. But there's something beyond that. People are so stuck in this minuscule mental health that it's taking over their lives, and then it takes over the outside lives. So many people. But it's not real. I don't know what she considers herself, but probably a therapist. I went to this therapist. It was group activity. And the main thing is anger, which is natural. And it's the root cause of most problems. Anger, which is jealousy. There's different words people can call it. Some people cover it up with other words. At the root, when we get to the root of hate, and it doesn't even matter. That's not the point I was even bringing. The therapist, who's been a therapist for all these years, and I could just tell because of her energy, she doesn't know stillness, but she's coming closer. She still gets angry. And I could tell this right away. But I know because she admits it. So if she's been in the business 30, 40 years, however long, maybe not even that long, she's an older lady, she still gets angry. She does have some compassion and compassionate, but is it her job? Literally her job. Her job is to be a therapist. That's not helping nobody. I can tell when I was down there, it's not helping just because as it was being presented to me. And if she still gets angry, I'm not saying she's not allowed to get angry. But if she still gets angry a decent amount, then what is she teaching? Is it really helping? The answer is no. I'm going to tell you right now. The answer is no. And no. No. Being angry is being foolish. Yeah. That's why. And I'm not, if you're healthy, if you're really healthy, like if you're in your natural state, you're not going to get angry. You're going to know not to get angry. But even more so, if you're healthy, you're not going to get angry because if you're truly in your essence or healthy, it's impossible to get angry. You'd have to be an idiot. You would have to try very hard to be angry when you're healthy. When you're healthy, because I've felt it before. I've been healthy and I've been super sick beyond how people think they're sick. Mental health isn't even a sickness. It's just being dumb. Being caught in your own illusion. And I have compassion. I understand. That's why I'm making this video. To realize your anger, your anguish is stupid. It's stupidity. And you don't have to be there. You literally don't have to be there. People get angry over dumb stuff. There's nothing, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing worth being angry for. If you have a mental games, then yeah, you're going to have anger. No one wants to be angry. Why would anyone want to be angry? It's not going to do nothing. That's the thing about Eminem. Why don't I listen to Eminem? For one reason. Eminem was angry all his life. All of it. And I think he's paid to be angry at this point. How can you amount to so much? Just think about it logically. How can you become the number one artist in music in the world, have millions and millions of dollars, be a prominent MC, artist, rapper, and not be happy? Doesn't that sound so peculiar and so weird? How is he still 50 years old? I understand it probably loosened up a little bit. He's still developing or putting that character or being this angry person. You were angry all your life, dude. It's just like, I can't listen to another fucking angry song. I don't want to listen to angry music. Because, why don't I want to listen to angry music? First of all, I'm not angry. I'd rather listen to sad music that actually feels. And not saying you don't feel anger, but it's just a different vibration, as they say. Vibrations, everyone wants to talk about vibration. They're just talking it. Vibrations are felt. It doesn't need to be expressed. You can feel it. You can feel my vibration right now. My vibration it doesn't need explained. So people talk it. How can you tell if someone talks it? You don't feel it. People could talk for hours. The more someone talks, talk is toxic because it creates spells. So when you hear someone talk, and it's almost like they sound interesting, but all these people, these show smos with their podcast, and all these people who like to talk, as soon as someone talks, but it's more eluding if someone talks to you in person, it's more easier to trick someone, especially when someone aren't in their essence, which is called lying, which is what the devil does, which is everybody is the devil because they twist the truth. Anybody that twists the truth is a liar, which is the devil. The devil is you, or once was you, and you're breaking a part of that. That's the real story of Adam and Eve and the whole bargain, the whole Bible. I just crushed so many fucking truths in one fucking video. No one can even do this. We're not even 15 minutes in. You don't need an hour to explain it. You don't need a Bible to explain it. It's not that hard. I can explain anything very easily. But anybody can. But it's not meant to be hard and complex. It's a very easy feeling thing. It's the whole mental health game. It's about feeling. You're not feeling, you're stuck in your head. Why are you stuck in your head? Everything is a feeling. I don't need to talk about the illusionary if a person comes up to you. When a person's in front of you, sometimes like a screen, it can be a screen and it can confuse you. That's why people like watching videos. That's why people are addicted to videos. That's why they become indulged in the video. Because it almost feels real. That's then the video. If you want to donate to me, Snap Crackle Fizzle, one word, Snap Crackle Fizzle, you can donate to Cash App. That's fine. Make sure you subscribe to my channel.